All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Thursday, June 12th, set today by Fed Dave Gorman. Oh, before I begin, apologies again for yesterday's audio. Believe me, it was a lot worse before. I found an online thing that Adobe has that cleaned up the crackly sound. Fingers crossed the audio is okay today. Anyway, before we begin, let's have our cryptic clue of the day. Tough one yesterday, but Mike figured it out. Carmina recital organizer edges. Well, you have to take the edges of those first three words. And then the closer to the word loaf is the F. Loud in music is forte, another F. And all of that gives you Carl Orff, who was the composer of Carmina Burana. All right, today, lightweight in-store composer, 6 letters. I gave you the R's the fifth. Lightweight in-store composer. All right, let's see what Fed has for us today. Root powerless to stop runs gets spinner. Well, the surface certainly suggests cricket. Oh, I think there was a famous cricketer called Root. But hopefully because the surface says cricket, that the actual wordplay and answer doesn't require any cricket knowledge. Powerless, I think, might be removing a P from something. And then to stop can mean to go in between, to act like the cork in a bottle. And then I think spinner is going to be the definition, but what kind of spinner? A Detroit spinner? Let's try his downs. Stand up to get dress, having taken coat off first. Oh, having taken coat off suggests removing the outer letters. But is it something to do with stand-up comedy? No, don't see it. Oh, all right, a long one here. Orthodox teen, maybe. Trained by orthodox teen. That's a lovely clue. All right, we have 14 letters. Yeah, I think orthodox teen. No, no, that's only 12. Orthodox teen, maybe. Oh, yeah, maybe we have to anagram by orthodox teen. And somehow orthodox teen, I think the maybe is saying it's a very loose definition. Yeah, well, we do have THE, so I think the second word, maybe the first word is the. Where's the X going to go? No, I don't see it. Plant corporation ran with little investment. No, I don't get that. Number one sport to initiate change in India. Is it an anagram of India? I don't think so. Oh my goodness. I think this is going to be tougher than Paul yesterday. A politician ring fencing me. Time achieves harmony. That one reads a little awkwardly on the surface, but I think the achieving might be a linking word, and so the definition is harmony. AMP and ring fencing. Yeah, I think that's probably just going around ME, and time is T, maybe? Harmony. Is that in a musical sense or peace and quiet? Agreement. Oh, agreement. Yeah, I like that. Oh, yeah, that's it exactly. The politician is a green, and the green goes around ME plus T. Finally. Let's carry on with the downs. Row about computers, etc., being on the counter. Well, about can indicate a reversal, but so can on the counter. I'm thinking computers, etc., is going to be IT. And if we reverse that, we get TI. And if we can get ER, then we get tier, which is very often a synonym for row in the crossword. Yeah, I think being on, if you're on the subject of, you're that subject, and all of that is on the counter. All right, Lee Mack, funny man. Sometimes having problem with teacher. Maybe the definition is Lee Mack sometimes. I mean, he's an actor, stand-up comedian, and I really know him as a panelist on Would I Lie to You, etc. Unless it's sometimes is like regularly or oddly, where we take every other letter from Lee Mack. We would have LEAK. Yeah, but then having problem, well, a problem could be a sum or an issue. Teacher can be sir or a beak. No. Jumbo jet, oh, unfortunate timing for this clue, and with the India as well. Anyway, jumbo jet taking off first, overtaking plane, traveling with husband on board. Well, I wanted to break it at jumbo and have it be an elephant, which does have an H. Oh, it also has an anagram of plane traveling, so I think that's it. So, plane traveling, what's jet? Oh, I think jet taking off the first is ET, and all of that overtakes or go-arounds plane plus H. All right, let's go back to the acrosses. 24, entertaining TV show returning with Bauer essentially really old. Now that's a very nice clue. I never really watched the show 24, but Jack Bauer was the main character, right? I'm thinking really old might be antique. So let's see if we can make that work. 24. 24 a day. Oh, it could be a reference to 24 down. Yes. Climbing volcano produces steak, while Etna backwards would be anti. That's also a timely clue, but in a better way. So, yeah, I think we have the 24 that entertains or goes around QI, the television show returning. I'm sure Dave Gorman has been on QI at some point. And Bauer essentially is the middle letter of Bauer, the U. All right, so now our Limac sometimes question. Yeah, problem might be a question. Question master. Oh, I don't know any program where he's the question master, but I'm sure he does. Anyway, we will find out. I'll make a note and we'll check that. All right. My eye is drawn to this one. I was thinking it was going to be Utah, but church on sex and desire. Well, a desire to do something might be an itch. The church is CH, the abbreviation, and sex is often it, as in doing it. All right. Oh, sorry, I skipped over this one. Second 11 shows spirit. Oh, that's another nice clue. I think second can be abbreviated to S, of course, and an 11 is a team. And I think steam, is that the same as spirit? I would say energy, like we ran out of steam. I don't think it's that you ran out of spirit, but close enough, I suppose. Now here's another nice one. Carry on up the Khyber, re-release, ultimately, must accept cut. Other than re-release, ultimately, might all just be the letter E, the last letter of re-release. Is it going to be carry on? Persevere would be to carry on. It's funny, I may have told this story before, but when we were kids, we were asked to go around collecting money for a charity. And so I went door to door in my neighborhood with a collection box. And of course, most people would give you a few pence. But one man said, "Oh no, I don't give money at the door." And of course, some people then wouldn't answer the door. And I was so, I suppose I wanted to do everything correctly that on my way back to our house, I saw some houses where they hadn't answered, and I thought, well, I'll try them again. Unfortunately, I went back to that man's house. I didn't realize I got mixed up. And he said something like, well, I applaud your perseverance, and he gave me 50p. And I believe that's the first time I ever heard the word perseverance. Anyway, funny memory. All right, carry on is the definition. Up the Khyber. And then, cut is sever. Oh, I think it's the ultimate applies to up the Khyber, re-release, all of those words. All right. That was our number one sport. To initiate change. Change in India. Number one could be N and I. Oh, sport can be PE. Yeah, maybe it's a place in India. But, oh, no, of course, change in India would be a coin. So I think it's going to be rupee. So we have rugby union. And then we have PE. Yeah, I'll leave it in, but I'm not 100% sure that that is correct. All right. Bore ought to finish off the wine. Oh, bore. Maybe bore of a gun. What's the other word for that? And then ought to finish off. Wine is often red. Yeah, I think it might be bore as in the width or bore as in drill. And then a word for ought to. Oh, ought, of course, I think can be zero, right? But I don't see it. Cantilever. No. Court studies motion before new award for loser. 6-5. Ooh, could it be? And I was going to say an anagram of court studies. No, that's thinking motion might be an anagram indicator. So is the definition going to be court? I think it might be loser. But I don't. I think that. Oh no, award for loser. I think I got one or two of these in my school days. A wooden spoon. So how is the wordplay working? Oh, to court is to woo. Studies in your home might be dens. And then, yeah, I have to check it. Are we sure it's not Paul doing the crossword today? Mike pointed out that Paul was on very good behavior yesterday, no smutty stuff. But motion is poo. Oh dear, oh dear. All right, reform. Elected, assuming one right-winger mostly, means to reveal truth. All right, I think the surface probably means a lot more to UK political watchers. But I think reform might be an anagram indicator. And so I think a means to reveal truth could be a lie detector. I like that. And so we are anagramming elected, but it assumes I for one. And then right winger mostly is Tory, most of the word Tory. Very good. Approach, hospital following stroke. Well, hospital is H, so I think we're going to put H after a 3-letter word for stroke. Well, maybe you pat a dog and you would have a path. All right, busy wine bar, admitting 50 students, destroyed partition. I think it's going to be a partition. Maybe it's busy, but I think a partition, not a screen door, but something. 50, I think will be L. Oh, students could be L as well, learners. I was thinking busy might be the anagram indicator, but of course destroyed could be an anagram indicator too. But we only have 10 letters, so not sure about that. Trouble before Navy crew start on the decking. Yeah, I don't know if the definition is trouble. I think I'm leaning to it being decking. Now, of course, Navy crew might go together as Royal Navy, RN, or some other word for a Navy crew. But it could be navy is the color blue. And then crew start, might just simply be a C. Or start on the decking might be a D. Well, no, the decking, so start on the T. No. Lime tree's length. That's a nice one too. I don't get it. All right, most insensitive. Firm is in Paris. Well, the word is in Paris is A-E-S-T. So I think we have a word. I think firm might simply be hard. Maybe there's other ones that would fit, but most insensitive, hardest, I can see that. Calls for more space with 20 cycling. Oh, I think that might be a reference to 20 down. And we have to cycle the letters in that word around. All right, let's go back to the downs. To do with fine dining, that could be the definition. Wanting starter to be huge. Oh, no, maybe we start with a word related to fine dining. Oh, like gastronomy, gastronomical, and then wanting the G, and then it becomes astro. Maybe it's just astronomic. Yeah, I think that works. Public holding river X back. Work too hard. Well, I think if you do anything too much, it's going to be over. Public holding. Yeah, overexert I want it to be. Over. Yeah, I mean, it really seems like we're holding EXER backwards. Public is overt. Yeah, I was reading that backwards as well, but no, it's forwards. And then it holds the other stuff backwards. All right, friends turned up in a hasty, careless way. Oh, well, I see slapdash would fit. And friends are pals. They are turned upwards. Oh, and then there's literally a dash. I was looking for, well, how's the dash being clued? And it's right there in black and white. All right. Have we looked at this? Well, yeah, that was our orthodox teen. Looks like the first word might be the. But I don't know what that is. Taking seconds to spend all his euros, oddly getting tool. Taking seconds sounds like we take the even letters, and then his euros we take the odd letters. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Yeah, I don't get that. Other than I'm pretty sure the definition is going to be a tool of some kind, hammer or something. No, loose-limbed and drunk on helium. Oh, well, helium is He, and I was thinking loose-limbed might be alive. And drunk, yeah, we've seen before. You could say you were lit. All right, there's our partition. Oh, the Berlin Wall was, of course, a famous partition. Um, Wine bar. Oh, we have an anagram of wine bar, definitely. And then we have L at the end and L for students. All right. That was easy enough. Taking seconds to spend all. You see, I was trying to get the even letters out of spend, but that would be PN. I'll just take the odd SED. But I do think we're going to get the E and the R maybe at the end of the word. Oh, here's my calls for more. It could be encores. Oh, a space we know from previous crosswords. There's the M dash and the N, EN, as spaces. Oops. So I think it's encores, calls for more, and then the N. Oh, yeah, it's nothing to do with 20 down. 20 is a score, and the word score cycles, of course. Let me go back up to the top left. After a very slow start, I picked up a bit of speed, thank goodness. All right, I think it's going to be a spinner, like I don't know, propeller, rotor. Root could mean to cheer, could be a square root. Um, yeah, maybe the stop runs is just saying all of that goes before. Oh no, maybe it begins with oh, the root, of course, it's one of my favorite foods. As a good Irishman, and that's a potato without the P for powerless. You get otato, and between the runs, you get a rotator. I like it. All right, stand up. Ooh, that could be rise. To get dress, having taken coat off first. Oh, it could be stand up, as in to stand somebody up. Don't see that. All right, this is looking more like the something. Oh, the something next maybe might use up that X. Oh, is it Orthodox teen? Oh, how about the boy next door would be? Oh yeah, because of course bi is part of the anagram. And so an Orthodox teen, maybe. I mean, the boy next door doesn't have to be a teen, but I suppose if you were asked, if you heard the phrase, you would just assume that's who it was. All right. Um, now my plant. Oh, I'm thinking about a tumbleweed. It's not much of a plant, but corporation ran. Oh, your corporation. Yeah, this is an old crossword trick. Funny to see Fed using such an old thing, but your corporation can be your stomach or your tum. Oh, then we have, I think, bled, which tripped me up from Paul yesterday as the European lake. Um, Tumbleweed with little we is the little that is invested or put inside of bled. I thought he was doing weed to go with our poo earlier. All right, that's our boar. Ought to finish off the wine. Yeah, don't. These two are going to be tricky, I think. Let me go back down to the bottom. Oh, I should be able to get the lime that's used in building, making cement. Is there another word for that? Oh, now it's a hidden clue. Ah, now I think it's a little sneaky. I think the apostrophe S here is standing for has. So the phrase lime tree has a length within it. But that's very sneaky, I think. All right, here's our tool. Good to know it's nothing to do with the encores because I couldn't make that work at all. Taking seconds to spend all his euros. Yeah, funny it's not an ER word as I was expecting. Could it be an ESS? Yeah. Oh, pliers would be a tool ending in S. Okay, we get the ERS definitely from euros. Ah, and it's the second letter of the words spend all his gives us PLI. That's very clever. All right, trouble before Navy crew start on the decking. Ah, I was thinking of a word like adornment for decking, as in the decking the bows with something and holly. Um, trouble is our old friend Adu, and it is the Royal Navy. And then we do have separate crew is men, and then the starting letter of the T. All right, well, let me pause and let me try this one first. Stand up to get dress. Well, if the definition is stand up to, then it could be resist. And I can see we have the word dress with its coat, the first and last letters taken off, gives us RES. Having taken coat off. Oh, yeah, and then first is the number one and ST. We have seen that before. All right, thank goodness. All right, so just my bore. Oh, I was trying to think of seeing what letters would fit. And I did think of shouldered, as in if I shouldered the responsibility, I bore the responsibility. Oh, of course, ought is should, and I ought to have thought of that. And the finish off the word the. So for the second time, he is using the word the to get a letter, and then the wine is red. All right. Very tricky, but I did surprise myself by managing to get on his wavelength. Anyway, let me, I'm not out of the woods yet. Let me check all. It looks like everything is still there. Oh, we did have a Q and an X. Did we have a pangram of a Y, W? I didn't see a J, did I? I'm just not seeing it. Anyway, let's head on over to 15 squared and see what they think. All right, the blog today is by Manehi. Very enjoyable solve with clever surfaces. Oh, I didn't get the picture of the completed grid. That's all right. Yeah, I think I followed all of the crosses. Yeah, there were some very clever and smooth surfaces. Just in the downs, I had a little bit of trouble. P is number one. So he did get number one is in with the rugby union sport to initiate or go first. That's clever. And Lee Mack has his own show. I haven't heard of this one, the 1% Club. All right. And let's see, the commenters enjoy this greatly. Fooled by the repetition. Yeah, that was very clever. Splendid puzzle. Contemporary references, although we did have that corporation for Tom, but otherwise, yeah, there were some like Lee Mack indeed. Super puzzle. Hit my Goldilocks zone. Fun puzzle. A potato is a tuber, not a root. All right. There's always one. There's always one. Oh, and there was a theme with poo, wee, pee. Oh, all right. Eat your heart out, Paul. Very good. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. Thanks to you all for watching and have a great day.